Passport Princesses Mexico is making me miss Merida life. Maybe just a little bit. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Monique from Kingston, and I am about to review another series here on my channel. Last time I did a little recap of Later Daters because I got so into it. That was a series on Netflix, and I put some of you on. Some of you really enjoyed it, so I'm back again with another series review. This is a review of a series on YouTube, and it is a series that one of the ladies who, I think she executive produces the series, as well as she's one of the people that you'll see in the series. She reached out to me because I met her shortly before I left Merida, Mexico, and she was like, hey girl, we finally have a series. We had spoken about it very briefly while I was there, and I would love for you to check it out and tell me your thoughts. So this is me telling you all my thoughts on Passport Princesses Mexico. You know, I get so much nostalgia watching the show. But let's kind of get into what it is. It is a show about 4 or 5 ladies, I don't remember right now. Lord God. It is a show about a group of Black American women who have all moved from, various states to Merida, Mexico, and it follows their journey as they are integrating into life just in Merida. I love the series. I think it's so cute and so charming, and you really get a look into what life could be like for you if you made the move to Merida, Mexico. Now, some of the ladies are career women, some of them have families, so you might be able to see yourself in one of the ladies. In the first episode, we got to see where they went to a fashion show in Merida, Mexico. Merida, I don't know Merida for being any source of like high fashion activity, so that was really cool to actually be able to see them attend such an event. And it just goes to show the variety of cultural activities that you can get into in Merida. That was fantastic to see. And you also saw the ladies just kind of interacting. They were forming like a yoga group that they meet I think once per week. That was really nice to see. It's definitely one of the things I'll get into later in this video, some of the things I miss about Merida. And in the second episode, you saw one of the ladies, she kind of, I guess, revitalized an aspect of her life that had been suppressed because of family life or whatever other reasons. She went on stage and sang, and that was to the delight of her friends and everybody who was in the audience. I love to see it. Just kind of makes you feel like moving to Merida will almost make you like uncover those parts of you that you have hidden. Now you have the freedom and the opportunity to get back to some of the things that you love. And so I love the series. If you are considering a move to Merida, Mexico, I definitely think it's one you have to check out. You can't not check it out. But even if you are not considering that move, but you just like to see ladies who might look like you thrive online, or thrive moving to a different country altogether and just living that soft life, then you have to check out this series because it is really cute. There's no drama. Lord God, that anytime, or maybe it is what we like to consume. Whenever you see a group of Black women on TV, there is so much drama, and I don't know why, because I don't think that it's always like that in real life. So it's really refreshing. You have to check it out. You get to see like these ladies inside of their homes with their families. It was so cute. I love it. I am tuning in for every episode. I don't know how often they air because I wanted to do this review after the first episode aired, but it was so short. I was like, let me wait until the next episode comes out so I can really like start to get to know the ladies a little bit, and I love that. And in the second episode, by the way, one of the newer additions, one of the newer ladies to the group, she was house hunting for a large home for her larger family. So if that's something that is interesting to you, you have to check this series out. So that's Passport Princesses Mexico. So I will of course leave the link to the series down in the description box below. But the series made me ask myself, do I really miss Mexico? There are some aspects, some things that I do miss about living in Merida, Mexico. So let's explore some of the things that I actually do miss about Merida. Number one was that soft life living. And that's exactly what the series kind of reminded me of. You know, in Merida, I was living that soft life that is trendy right now and has been trendy for a while. And I was able to do that because in Merida, you know, I work online. So I did a lot of my work, whether I was working in the morning and in the afternoons I went out, or vice versa. Maybe I went out in the mornings and then came back and did some work in the afternoons. In Merida, it was affordable to be able to take that time off. I didn't have to work so hard. I could take that time off and go do things that were more affordable than I have found them here in Jamaica. Things like going to a spa, you know, things like going to get a pedicure, but in such a more aesthetically pleasing place. Things like going beyond just getting a pedicure and I went to a podiatrist, I think 3 times while I was in Merida, because I had discovered them later on in my time there. But the podiatrist, you know, she used her urea magic and, you know, get all that dead skin off my skin. It is the softest my feet has ever felt. And now I'm stuck on urea cream and I have to have it. Like, I just ordered one to come to me because I'm not giving that up. Things like being able to get a day pass at a hotel that looks absolutely fantastic, and the day pass is only like $25, and like maybe half of that or even more of that $25 goes to your food bill. So the day pass is probably really only $10. And so we would take a day off and just go to a hotel and lounge in the pool and have tacos and margaritas and just be. I think that is what I miss the most about Mexico, is the affordability of everything. So it really allowed me to explore more and do a lot more that I have been able to do here in Jamaica, because in Jamaica some of these things are more expensive. Like going to a spa is probably going to be much more expensive in Jamaica than Merida, for sure. There's also a wider variety of things to do that are aesthetically pleasing or just kind of luxurious. In Merida, you know, we are a developing nation here in Jamaica. We're a small island, so we're coming to come when it comes to like certain luxurious things, especially when it comes to like spa treatments and things you can get done. There's a lot more options for that in Mexico, like skincare and wellness. I find that the options in Mexico are wider than here, than what we have in Jamaica so far. So I found myself doing treatments that I had never even considered here in Jamaica, and that was really nice to have the money, the opportunity to be able to go out and do those things. Another thing that I miss about Mexico is the abundance of parks. We are lacking green spaces here in Jamaica for sure. I have a few that I can name on the top of my head, but in Merida, every single neighborhood has like a main park that is full of activity, whether it's basketball, whether it's soccer, whether it's Zumba, whether it is skating. There were a few parks that offered actual skating rinks and even like skateboard parks. I loved that about Mexico, and I really wished it was here in Jamaica more, because we have parks, sure, but in Mexico, parks are a big deal. There are rides, they are free. It was amazing to see. And of course, Merida is a very hot place, but at night, the parks come alive. They are lit and they are surrounded by like food trucks, so you can get elotes and papas and all kind of things to eat and to just kind of, you know, socialize and have a good time. I really miss that aspect of just going to the park and vibing out and people watching and having fun and swinging on the swings and doing whatever. That was really nice. That was a really nice aspect of life in Merida, Mexico, that I think is really missing from the Jamaican landscape. Surely I miss how safe it was. Like, even walking down to the supermarket here gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm kind of, you know, always bobbleheading and making sure that there's no one following me or anything. I definitely felt safer in Merida, Mexico. That cannot be denied. It is what it is. Merida, Mexico felt a lot safer, and in fact is a lot safer than Kingston, Jamaica right now. Hopefully Kingston will get that under control, but I miss the walkability therefore of Merida. I definitely miss being able to like just walk to coffee shops, walk to the grocery store, walk to the pharmacy, walk wherever I needed. It's 4 or 5 with a pun. Which brings me to the next point of what I miss in Merida, Mexico, is the convenience of delivery. You can get any and everything delivered in Merida, Mexico. Now remember, I'm comparing Merida to Jamaica, so maybe it's like this in the States as well, but listen, it just started raining, so I hope you guys can still hear me, but in Merida, the convenience of delivering at almost any hour of the night, it got me. And maybe to my detriment, because I remember one time, you know, I am in my bed and I'm bored and I have a sweet tooth, so I feel for something. I feel for something nice. That's a, you know, you feel for something nice to eat. You know what I ordered? A bread and some Nutella. A bread and a jar of Nutella, and that was it. Like, I was not, we have a saying in Jamaica, never say come see, like you're frightened for new things. Yeah man, that was me, because we do have delivery services here in Kingston. I think in Montego Bay as well, and that's it. But even here in Kingston, the delivery services cut off at about 7 p.m. So when we realized that you could get one bread and one Nutella delivered to me 10 o'clock because my sweet tooth act up, yeah man, delivery. And it wasn't expensive at all either. So, you know, in those first few months that I was just in Merida, I kind of went ham on delivering every and any little thing. Oh yeah, I don't feel like going out, let's get a delivery. I mean, even the pharmacies deliver around the clock in Merida, Mexico, like some of the bigger pharmacies, and I thought that was genius, because suppose I wake up 3 a.m. with a big old headache, I need something immediately, stat. So yeah, I love the convenience of just kind of delivery overall in Mexico, for sure. And finally, I think the biggest thing that I miss about Merida was the community, like the Black community overall, because, you know, we realized that a lot of the cultural things we had wherever we were coming from were not abundantly available to us in Merida. The community got together and they made it so easy for you to transition to the space and welcome you and just make you feel welcomed. And I remember that my mom, when we were there, she started a group for 50 and over people. So, you know, we went there and we just jumped in and like continued that whole thing. And just the amount of events and the ability to make friends and to get together and to just have fun in whatever little niche thing that you like to do, you probably found a group of people who liked it as well. Shout out to my Spades crew that met every once in a month. I miss y'all so much. I can't wait to start hosting back. Well, I'm not a big Spades player actually. I can't wait to start hosting back Kaluki nights here in Jamaica. But yeah, I do miss the community in Merida, Mexico, and the opportunity to just really and truly make friends with people who are like-minded, you know, left their country behind and went to somewhere else new to live. That takes some amount of courage, some amount of whatever it is. We had that in common. And I really do miss the community that I had in Merida and the community that I was starting to form a bond with. And so that being said, my time in Mexico, I would say, definitely changed me in some respects. I know how I want to live my life right now, is what I say. It definitely helped me to realize that I don't want to go back in a 9 to 5. Honest to God, if I can avoid it, I will. I still want to live that soft life as much as I can, which in Jamaica is going to mean a higher source of income. That contradicts me not wanting to live a 9 to 5. No, it doesn't. You stay tuned for all of that. But it does, you know, my time in Mexico made me realize that I want that soft life. And I definitely want a bigger community here. You know, one of the reasons that I moved back to Jamaica any at all was because as much as I love the community that I was starting to form in Mexico, I already have a community here in Jamaica and I love them. And one of the things that you did not hear me mention that I missed in Mexico is the nightlife, because nothing beats Jamaica nightlife. And so I definitely missed that. And I missed my nightlife community. So I'm looking forward to like diving back in and even widening it and inviting more people to share in other things that I love to do, like go to the rivers, the waterfalls, the beaches, the restaurants. I've definitely been doing a lot of restauranting since I've been back. So yeah, you'd never hear me mention the food in Merida either. I am happy to have like an abundance of good food here in Jamaica back. No disrespect, but anyway. So yeah, there are definitely parts of Merida that I miss 100%, for sure. But clearly those aspects weren't strong enough to keep me living there. I yearned for my Jamaica, and so I made the move back home, and I'm excited to kind of rebuild my life back here. So I hope you have enjoyed the content so far, and I hope you're subscribed to the channel. My name is Monique from Kingston. Stay tuned, because a lot of those cultural things that I told you that I missed are coming up on the channel for sure. and make sure you go and check out Passport Princesses Mexico. I'm really enjoying, you know, seeing the ladies live the life that I had an opportunity to live for 2 years. I love the inside looks and I can't wait to see more. So I'll see you in the next one.